spoiler alert, my sleep, my recovery, my strength, my running, and my overall mood has improved in the last 30 days. I'm struggling a bit to run here properly because I am recovering from a pinched nerve. Having this injury made me look at myself in the mirror and realize how far could I have gone in the last 45 days if I had just eaten healthier. Maybe something like this or even better. So here is how my morning would start: a medium iced coffee, 3 creams, and 3 sugar. As you can see, according to Gemini, this is already 27 grams of sugar. And halfway through the day, my job would get stressful, so I needed some more sugar, and I would go to Starbucks to get a cheese Danish or a brownie, sometimes both. Lastly, I would end the day with going to this bakery, which happens to be closed, but I would go there and I would get a lemon tart and some sort of like raspberry or apricot cheese Danish. So approximately 3 to 5 days a week, here's how much sugar I was having on average. So I was having over 100 grams of sugar, which, if you don't know, is about 4 ounces. So I decided to do something about it. I started to go to the store and look at labels to see how much sugar was in the things that I normally wanted to eat. And lo and behold, I found that there was quite a bit of sugar in food that I am still confused to this day as to why there is sugar that is needed in this kind of food. But that's what I had to do. So something like this tomato soup that you see here has sugar in it, 7 grams of sugar. This was extremely frustrating for me to deal with, to the point where I almost gave up because I felt like there was nothing in the store that I could buy that did not have an immense amount of sugar in it. Which you can see here, brands that we're told are oh so healthy and they're amazing for you, and they have all of these categories of how healthy they are and whatever they advertise. We're seeing that they actually have so much sugar, but I was able to find some good finds like this sheep milk and also this white mountain yogurt, along with some of my favorites like this Indian food brand, this cashew butter masala, and also this dal recipe. It took about a week, but I was able to figure out some foods and some combinations of foods that would cause satiation in my body instead of causing me to crash and want more sugar throughout the day. If you are expecting to see me cry on here, that's not this channel. I'm not gonna cry. That's weird to like set up a camera and then start crying. I will not be showing you me quote unquote struggling for the next 30 days to like not have sugar. That's also weird. This is just going to be purely data based. So let's talk about the data. My age for the past month and 2 months have continuously gone down. Here are my ages from before I was doing no sugar and afterwards. This is pre-running and pre-no sugar. This is running, but I'm still having sugar. And then this is the data for no sugar. So on average, things have improved. And here you see my sleep trend of how much sleep I needed on average and how that has lessened over time. Like the less sugar I've had and the more running I've had, I have needed less sleep, and I have actually gotten more hours of sleep on average. Because I was getting more sleep and better recovery, my strength was able to improve on a consistent basis, and I was able to have steady energy. And before you know it, I was able to get back on the treadmill and start recovering from my injury as far as putting some pressure on my leg. I'm not fully recovered, but I am much more recovered than I would have been had I had all this inflammation built up in my body. A little bit of a fun fact for you: I struggle with PMDD at times, and getting rid of sugar has helped that immensely. I used to go through these emotional roller coasters. If you don't know what PMDD is, I might just put that up on here as I'm most women have just regular PMS. PMDD, as you see here, is a much more extreme form of PMS. Oh, there's little bugs around. And so this would affect me heavily. I would spiral out of control and end up overeating on every little thing. I would get extremely emotional, and I did not know that it had anything to do with sugar because I was told that this was just a natural, well, not natural, but it was something that occurred in my brain that didn't have any link to food, is how it was presented to me like 6 years ago. However, since cutting sugar out, I have gone through 1 full cycle and I have had virtually no PMDD symptoms at all. My emotions have been stable this entire time. Sure, I crave some things, but it was so easy for me to say no. I gave in only 1 time and all I got was like a Qdoba bowl with like extra white rice and so, like half brisket and half steak, and that was it, as opposed to every single day for 2 weeks leading up to my period. That is an amazing win for me, and I wish wish someone actually knew what was going on inside of my body so that I could have fixed this 6 years ago, or really my entire life, but especially 6 years ago is when I was first diagnosed with PMDD. On top of that, my body changed and I really only lost about 3 pounds between these 2 photos, which is crazy, but it's true. The last thing I want to say to you guys is this is only my first 30 days. So do not expect to lose 10-20 pounds in 30 days. I know social media makes it seem like you can have quick fixes, and you can if you go through other chemical process, but when your body is just doing what it naturally does, it's not going to happen overnight. So the fact that my sleep and my recovery, my strength, my running, and the fact that I was able to heal quicker than what the average was for my injury, my pinched nerve injury, is a huge win nonetheless.